driving back from work. Yesterday I worked a 24-hour shift at my new base, which is 2 hours away from my house or so, and thought I'd just do a little chit chat with you. So when I go to work, I always bring all of my food. This space is really nice because it does have a full kitchen, so it has like a stove and oven and microwave and refrigerator and everything, so it makes it a lot easier for me to work there because I can bring my food and cook it there, because I'm eating a lot of seafood right now and I just do not like seafood reheated. It doesn't taste very good. It tastes fishy to me. So anyway, so yesterday I brought all my food with me. In the morning we had a staff meeting till about 10, and then we got a transport around noon and we were gone till about 3. And when we dropped the patient off, I went downstairs to the cafeteria to get something to drink, and then our pilot told us that we had a like education event, that we weren't probably going to be back to base until really late. So I was planning on eating when I got back. I did eat breakfast and my first meal, which was the chicken salad, before we left, but obviously, I mean, it's been like 3 hours, so I was pretty hungry, and if I knew we weren't getting back until 7 or so at night. So in the hospital cafeteria, you know, it's hit or miss. Granted, this hospital cafeteria has a lot of options. The hospitals down here have like big chain restaurants in the cafeterias, which is nice because chain restaurants are easy to find the macros for, and you pretty much know what you're getting regardless of where you're getting it at. So this one has like Subway, Chick-fil-A, they have this called Freshens, they have a pizza place. So I looked at the salad bar first because sometimes you can find like really good options at the salad bar, but here they just had a lot of vegetables, but they didn't have any proteins that looked good, and I knew we were going to be gone a long time again, so I did want to eat some carbs. So what I did was I got Chick-fil-A, I got the grilled chicken sandwich plain, without like any sauce on it. They do, I think, give you the honey mustard sauce, but I didn't put that on there. And then I just asked him for an extra grilled chicken breast. So the carbs on that were pretty high, like almost 50, which is about half of my carbs for the day. But besides my oatmeal, I hadn't eaten any carbs yet that day or yesterday, so I was able to fit that in. And then the protein was also really high, and because it was grilled chicken and plain, the fats were low. So in order to compensate for that, I ended up not eating my tuna meal, which is a whole can of tuna, the 1.5 ounces of avocado, and 2 corn tortillas. So that's how I worked that. That meal is higher in carbs and fat just because of the avocado. It's good fat, but it's still higher in fat. And the tortillas are higher in carbs, obviously, but that's how I worked that into it. And even eating that, I was really full. And when we got back around 7, I ended up eating my last meal, which was scallops, just scallops. And then I ended up not eating my protein shake either, just because I got that extra chicken breast, and that meal was really high too. So even with all of that, I still ended up hitting my macros pretty good. I think I was short a few protein, maybe like 8 or so, and a few carbs, but I honestly wasn't hungry, mainly because I was tired. When I get really tired, I don't get hungry. I ended up getting up at 3:30, going to the gym, getting a quick back workout in and a little bit of cardio yesterday morning before I left. So I got to the gym around 4, left there at 5, drove the 2 hours to base, and then I ended up getting to base early, around like 7:15 or so, and I showered and got ready there, and my shift started at 7:45. So that's kind of what I did. So by 7 p.m. I had been up since 3:30. I was extremely tired, and we still had some charting to do. So that's what I did. I ended up drinking a lot of water too when we got back, just because I didn't drink as much as I wanted to during the day. I mean, I always have my water bottle with me, but you know, when you're flying, you're getting dehydrated anyway. But you know, on the way out, a lot of times we're talking about, you know, the possible things that we are going to be doing for the patient with the minimal information that we do know. Calculating drug dosages, making sure our equipment is ready and, you know, out so we can get the patient faster. And then obviously with the patient on board, I'm busy, so I can't be eating and drinking. And then when we drop the patient off, you know, that takes another half an hour sometimes or so. So there's long periods of time where I cannot eat or drink anything, so I do make sure that I drink when I can. I think I ended up drinking 3 of those big water bottles, which is still almost a gallon, and then plus if I add in the BCAAs and the water that I had, you know, in the morning during my workout, I still probably got a gallon in, but, you know, with me being busier, I probably should be drinking more than that, but regardless. So, I packed all my food for yesterday, and then I also packed breakfast for the morning after, just because it does take me so long to get home. I do want to make sure that I eat before I leave. So I have my oatmeal this morning, and since I didn't eat my protein shake yesterday, I put that in some coffee this morning and had that as like a little frappe. So I got my protein and my carbs in the morning. I didn't want to add the protein to my oatmeal because I just wasn't feeling that, and I really wanted a little bit of coffee for the drive home, so that worked out perfectly because I don't really want to add any cream or sugar or anything like that to my coffee, and that worked out really good. So the coffee that I ended up using was like a chocolate almond. It really good. I got it from like Marshall's or one of those stores because I really like all their flavored coffees. They're really unique, and so I got that, and then I ended up putting 1 scoop of the PE Science Blondie flavor in there, and it's pretty good, guys. You should try it. So that's that. I'm about halfway home now, and I'm working out with my trainer around noon or 1, so I'll have a few hours at home before I have to go do that, so I'll probably eat again, but just thought I would give you guys a heads up about what I'm doing today. And I am going to probably do my body comp tomorrow morning, just because I didn't do it on Saturday. I'm feeling so much better now that I've been back on plan for a few days, you know. I was looking ahead at my macro cuts, my projected macro cuts for the rest of the plan. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. My body does respond better though to lower carb diets. If you watched a little bit about me and my fitness journey video, I did do paleo for quite a while before I started doing competition prep. So I am used to low carb diets, and honestly this prep we have been keeping my carbs on the lower side, not like extremely low by any means at this point, but on the lower side, like around a little over 100, and this week we're right at 100. Next week will be about 80, but I'm interested to see how my body responds being low carb for like a week at a time, and then my refeeds on the weekends will be a high carb meal just to kind of refill all my muscles up. So I was talking to my coach last week about kind of like what I want my long-term game plan to be for plan, and we both decided that we should try to get stage ready at least a week ahead of time, if not 2 weeks, because anyone who's prepped before, you know, it is such a mental game, but you never feel ready until stage day. At least I haven't by this point. And I felt like peak week, we were just hoping that the water depletion and the extra manipulation as far as like things that you do during peak week, hope that would make a big difference, which I'm already seeing. My abs have never looked like this at this point, and so I would always see the biggest difference in my abs for peak week, not my legs. So my goal this time is to get my legs ready sooner, because if my legs are ready, the rest of my body will definitely be ready. Just because as females, most of us tend to hold our weight in our hips and our legs, and you know, that's where I hold mine. So those are obviously always the last to lean out for me, just because that's where I carry most of my fat. The women who carry their fat more in their torso or their midsection, that will be the last place for them to lean out. But that's kind of our long-term game plan anyway, so I just kind of thought I would give you a heads up there. So my macros this week are 165 protein, 105 carb and 33 fat. My fat's probably going to stay about 33 until we are about 4 or 3 weeks out. Then we can drop that a little bit, but not very much. So that's kind of the game plan, guys. So just thought I would give you that. I also got my full training plan last week, so I can update you with that if you want. And I think that's it. So I will talk to you guys later. I just got back from the gym. I did 25 minutes of fasted cardio on the Stairmaster. Before that, I went and did my body comp, and I'm super happy with the results. I will put the picture of it in the clip after this. But I gained almost 3 pounds of muscle mass and dropped like 2.5% body fat. So right now I'm sitting around 17. My weight has not changed at all. It's still around 144. So that just goes to show you guys, the scale, don't let the scale rule your life, because I mean, if I was just going off the scale, I'd be pretty upset right now. But my body composition is changing, meaning the ratio of muscle to fat is changing. So my body is just now transforming instead of dropping pounds, if that makes sense. So you've heard it before, muscle weighs more than fat, and so that is how I'm explaining my weight not changing. So if you saw my last grocery haul, I bought, where is it? This, it's called Scramble. This is the leafy greens one. It is spinach, kale, tomato, broccoli rabe, and garlic. And the ingredients are spinach, onion, tomato, kale, broccoli rabe, garlic, sunflower oil, extra virgin olive oil, parsley, and jalapeno. And for one serving is 3 grams of fat, 7 carbs, and 2 protein. So I'm making an omelet right now, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. This is 1 cup of egg whites, and then I'm going to do 1 serving of that and put it in there, and I will show you guys what that looks like when it's done and let you know how it is. Just trying a little something different. I pretty much eat eggs and oatmeal every day for breakfast, and I'm kind of wanting something new, and I figured this would be really good for me to take to work and cook it there. So here is my body comp results. And this is what it looks like when it's done. That is a huge serving. I couldn't even flip it because it's going to be messy, but I'll let you know how it tastes. This is my bikini. Super excited about it. It's really plain right now, but I'm going to add a lot of bling to it. And Angel Competition Bikinis sent me this sweet little note telling me good luck. And I got some jewelry, and they also sent me this awesome tank top. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to wear this to the gym. And I already know what I'm going to be doing the rest of the night. And I can't wait to show you guys the end result.